Here we go, Mr. Gazda here. Homework 124, groundwater coloring. It says, color is directed below. Make sure you're familiar with the know it information, as there may be a quiz in this material in class, and there will be. So what we have here is two beakers, and they have sediments in it. Very rounded sediments here, very rounded sediments here. Again, in a glass beaker, that's what this represents. Know it. Porosity. Porosity is how much open space there is between sediments or within a rock. When learning about groundwater, porosity is how much water the sediments can hold or store in the empty spaces between them. Okay, so make sure you know that. For sure, that's important, I'm telling you. The diagram above shows two beakers filled with well-rounded sediments. Okay, very rounded, that's what I mean by well-rounded. Color in the open space between the sediments light blue. Okay, so color all these open spaces in here and in here, and do it carefully, and it should look like that. Okay. 3. In your opinion, which beaker has the higher porosity? Okay, more blue space to be able to hold more water, A or B? Write your answer there. It is your opinion. Okay, so write that in for 3. A or B. 4. Know it. Chances are your answer to the question above is wrong. Don't feel badly. Most students get it wrong. And the reason is, the correct answer is, the porosities of A and B are the same. They're the same. While this may not be obvious to you, just know that if sediments are well-rounded and well-sorted, meaning all the same size, then porosities will be the same. Okay, by that, these are really rounded and all within here are all the same size. That's well-sorted. In this beaker, well-rounded, all the same size. Again, we said that that's well-sorted. The amount of blue space here and the amount of blue space here technically should be the same. And that does not look obvious to most people, but if you were to calculate it, it's the same. Know that. That is not something, again, that is like intuition from looking at it. So that's hard for students. 5. Draw a green arrow showing the path of water as it might flow from 1 to 2 in beaker A. Draw a red arrow showing the path of water that might flow from 3 to 4 in beaker B. What am I doing? Green and red here. Green and red. So what am I doing? 1 to 2 in beaker A. So the point is, if water was flowing through, let's say this was open on the bottom, how would water flow? Most likely, it would flow like this, is what that means. That's how water would flow through. Okay, that's our green arrow in between all these little spaces. Every time they hit right here, it slows down. Through the open part, it goes faster. And then 3 to 4 in beaker B. Here, you'd have the water flow like this. Okay, and okay, that's our red arrow. So it would get slow. It would slow down here, 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 here. Only 4 times, really, what has this kind of squeeze between where the sediments meet. Here, they would get slow down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Okay. In your opinion, in which beaker will the water flow most quickly, thereby having the highest permeability? Permeability is how easily it flows through. Write your opinion on 6. 7. Know it. The larger the sediments, the higher the permeability. Therefore, the correct answer to question above is B. Fix your answer to the previous question if necessary. So the water will flow easier and faster here than it will here. Permeability is higher here. On the back, 8. Know it. The water soaking into the ground is called infiltration. Use orange to color over the arrows above that show infiltration. Orange. Here we go. Orange. Like this.
You need anything?
No, I'm good. Orange showing infiltration, water soaking into the ground is this right here. Right here. 9. Vegetation gives off water vapor into the air. This process is called transpiration. Okay, these are words that you want to know. Infiltration, transpiration, know these. Color over the arrow showing transpiration with yellow. Yellow. It's this right here. This right here is showing transpiration as water vapor goes off from the forest into the air. transpiration. 10. Know it. The pore space of sediment below the water table is filled with water. Color the area beneath the water table light blue. Here's the water table here. Light blue. It looks like this. Okay, so this is where there's water stored underground right here. Notice it intersects the stream right there. Here it's right here. Okay. So this is all water in the ground, stored in the sand or sediment, whatever it may be, or even the rock. Okay, so this is where... So if you want to drill a well, for instance, this is all kind of dry ground. You have to drill down to here. There's water stored in the ground. You have to go below the water table. That's what that means. Okay, 11. According to the diagram above, what do we call water that flows over Earth's surface? So this would be like rain hitting the ground, flowing downhill into the ocean, and this is right here, runoff. See the arrow there? That's what we're referring to. Runoff. That answer is runoff. Here we go. Here we have sediments. Rounded, angular. Know it. Porosity is how much empty space exists between sediments. Color the open space between the sediments above blue. Okay, so we do the same thing here. We color all this blue. We're coloring all this blue. We're coloring all this blue right here. You will hopefully do a better job. I am trying to not spend too much time doing the coloring on this video. Okay, so you do it here. It really gets you an idea. It's good when you see it blue, it stands out compared to the sediments here. And then we're going to do it here too. Okay, this is a little more irregular here. Okay. Again, porosity is how much open space exists between the sediments. 13. When sediments, which sediments above have lower porosity? Less blue space can hold less water. The answer is angular. The angular sediments, if you look at the blue space, this can hold a lot less water, this can hold more. Lower porosity, angular sediments. Okay, so that's key. Shape of the sediments matter. The more rounded it is, the higher the porosity will be. 14. Know it. Permeability is how easily water flows through sediments. That's important. Permeability, how easily water flows through sediments. High permeability equals water travels quickly. If it has low permeability, water moves slowly or more difficultly. Alright, so pretend water is flowing downward in the sediments above. So downward like this, which will have the highest permeability, round or angular, water flowing through it. Okay, this way or this way. Which is going to higher, this flow easier, flow faster? Answer, rounded. Okay, fit that in there. Rounded. Okay. So I hope that this makes sense. Go back, re-watch what you may need to. The know it sections are important. There will be a quiz. I'm Mr. Gazda. For all the folks at Gazdonian Productions, thanks for watching.